This is Alejandro from Heavyocity. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all of the content included in Damaged Drum Kit, a massive sounding premium hard rock and metal kit that brings you the powerful and punchy sounds of heavy drums spawned from the Damaged 2 engine. With over 23,000 samples, this hard-hitting drum library contains over 24 gigabytes of pure gut-punching inspiration. Each drum and cymbal was hand-selected and meticulously recorded with match grip variations for a level of percussive aggression and detail that has never been achieved before. Included are 3 different snares, 2 kick drums, 4 toms, cymbals and other creative hits, as well as 288 highly creative loops to equip you with an endless supply of percussive annihilation. Built in the powerful Damaged 2 engine, the Damaged Drum Kit is the perfect expansion to our award-winning Damaged 2 library and is specifically tailored for the epic aggression of modern music and scoring. Much like Damaged 2, all of the content is packaged in 3 distinct instruments, each providing a uniquely dynamic workflow, so if you're familiar with D2, then you'll be up and running in no time. You'll find the Ensemble Designer, the Kit Designer, and the Loop Designer to facilitate new ways of thinking about drums. And with 60 snapshots distributed among the 3 instruments, you'll be guaranteed to always start your drumming experience with a fresh idea for maximum inspiration and playability. The source content includes 2 distinct kick drums carefully captured in our New York studio, where you'll find left and right pedal samples. We've also sampled 3 different snare drums with the right and left hand variations to create more realistic performance by capturing the subtleties of matched gripping, as well as flams, rim shots, cross sticks, ghost notes, and more. And it wouldn't be a complete drum kit without a set of toms. We have included 4 different sizes for even the most demanding applications, and we have also recorded right and left hand takes for incredible detailing. We have also taken great care in capturing a wide variety of cymbals, ranging from a splash, china, medium and large crashes, set up in various locations across the kit for more accurate stereo positioning, as well as a right cymbal with all of your favorite techniques, including a crash performance. And of course, the hi-hat, which features 2 different performances using the tip of the stick for a snappier and transient rich tone, and the butt of the stick for a heavier, washier sound. We went to great lengths in sampling up to 5 different pedal pressures to recreate the complex dynamic range of the hi-hat, from the tight and crisp close sound to the rich and full sounds of the open position and everything in between. We have also recorded additional performances like the pedal stomp, ghost strokes, and crazy stand whack with the stick. You'll also find a percussion section with not 1, but 2 cowbells because, more cowbell. And a section of handy reverses to add a cinematic flair to your drum beats. Our sound sources were recorded with up to 28 layers of dynamic variation and up to 6 round robins to ensure that every detail is faithfully captured so that you can have the most expressive and detailed drum set we have ever conceived right at your fingertips. And for even more variation, you can also choose from the hype versions, which feature our signature post-processing using Heavyocity's signature state-of-the-art signal chain for additional flavors. The Damaged Drum Kit also features a collection of curated loops made by our own sound design team to provide a solid foundation for quick and easy groove starters. Featuring over 280 loop sources, we group them into 6 different categories, where you'll find a full mix version of the loops, as well as fleshed out versions split into high, mid, and low for easy mix and match so that you can come up with your own combinations. The Kit Designer is a sound design powerhouse and provides unprecedented control over each sound of the drums, enabling you to take the concept of a drum kit and turn it on its head if you so desired. All of the sample content is available for you to assign to any of the 16 available pads optimized for machine and MPC style control schemes. Each pad is assigned to a MIDI note starting at C1, allowing you to focus on each individual sound with the ability to tweak, process, and mangle as you see fit using the interchangeable FX slots that include compression, transient designer, EQ, filter, overdrive, modulator, delay, and reverb. The kit designer is made up to 4 different pages that can be accessed via the names at the bottom of the instrument. In the source page, you'll be able to choose and load any of the samples contained in the damaged drum kit's expertly crafted library of content, which has been appropriately categorized by drum type and can be filtered for easier navigation. Once you have found the sound that you like, you can just drag and drop the name onto the pad you want to assign it to, and it's done. The mix page features a very straightforward mixing control where you have access to each source's volume, pan, mute, and solo, and even output assignments, which can be very handy if you wish to group your sources in different mix buses. The settings page is where you want to go and tweak each source individually, having access to the per note effects chains, mic level, envelope setting, as well as sample start, round robin enable, and choke feature, which is ideal for hi-hat programming for extra realism. Lastly, and to control the kit designer as a whole, the Master Effects page features a custom effects chain which includes our signature punish so that you can really inflict various degrees of damage to your drum set. Gently Now, Hurt Me Plenty, and Nightmare Mode. The signal chain can be altered to suit your creative needs by dragging them around until you find what works best for your project. We have also included 25 snapshots, split into 2 categories: the organics for clean, heavy-hitting drum grooves, and damaged, featuring some gnarly processed beats to add some character to your compositions. These snapshots make it easy to kickstart your next track, or as a great starter point to design your own drum kit tailored to your specific needs. Built with focus and playability, the Ensemble Designer features combinations of all the different elements that comprise a traditional drum kit, introducing new approaches to drum sequencing and performance via the Performance tool. In the settings page, you'll be able to realize the full potential of the Ensemble Designer with unprecedented control over each sound source. Here, you can further shape the sound of each loaded source by altering its volume, envelope, pitch, and tone in the pre-drum control section. Enabling the performance feature allows you to create handy performances for each individual key by selecting one of the pre-programmed techniques, crescendo, swell, flam, and roll, or creating your own performance style by tweaking the available parameters that will spark your creativity and redefine what you thought was possible in a drum instrument. The Ensemble Designer is set up in 3 octaves or banks, starting on C2, C3, and C4, where every key is assignable to any sound source via the source page. Here, you can browse the collection of sounds and assign it individually to one of the keys by dragging it from the list, or you can also quick load them in the form of banks, featuring a curated combination of the sounds of the damaged drum kit, mapped across 1 octave. This way, you can craft your own presets in no time and get right to what matters most. The stage page is a visual representation of where the sources are located in the stereo field and depth. Each source was carefully captured to match the actual positioning of the drum kit in modern recordings. However, with the stage, you can reposition each individual sample both horizontally and on a depth axis so that you can rethink the position of your drums in a more creative way, or adjust the depth of the whole instrument using the sliders on the right. Additionally, you have 2 menus for tonal control at your disposal. In the mix menu, you have access to 5 different positions: close, overhead, room, hall, on our secret crush source. In the drum tab, you can tweak the volume, tune, EQ, and envelope of each individual source. Like in the kit designer, the Master Effects page features a custom effects signal chain to control the Ensemble Designer as a whole. Also, don't forget to check out the 15 snapshots included in the Ensemble Designer, offering a diversified arrangement of drum sounds and performance palettes to serve as great starting points to make your drum programming a breeze. The Loop Designer is a state-of-the-art loop playback powerhouse, conceived to rethinking the way we work with loop material. Taking the loops included in Damaged Drum Kit, the Loop Designer allows you to mangle, tweak, edit, and combine all of these sources to create rhythmic ideas that will speed up your workflow and inspire new sonic textures. The loop page features our own powerful custom loop playback engine, which places an incredible amount of control at your fingertips. In this page, you can tweak each of the 36 individual loops by giving you access to volume, pan, and tune, as well as speed knob, which allows you to explore different playback speeds for your loops, and send knob for parallel effects processing. The C1 to B1 octaves are the designer keys, which trigger a combination of 3 loop sources, one from each bank or octave. All of the designer keys can easily be reassigned via the Learn button, which allows you to quickly try out different combinations so that you can find the sound that fits best to your music, or simply try the Random button for aleatoric combinations that will suggest groupings that you wouldn't have thought of. The waveform display features movable markers, which you can drag to set different start times, which can help you create really interesting variations on the loop material. This can be particularly useful for things like polyrhythms, odd meters, or just creating new loops entirely out of the existing ones. Also, the Loop Designer features our signature stutter engine that allows you to create glitch-like repetitions so that you can modify your loops in real time to create feels and variations that will elevate your composition. And if this wasn't enough to take your loop mangling experience to another level, we have provided with the Transitions bank, which features tempo synced reversed material of various lengths so that you can elevate the dramatic effect of your compositions without having to load a new instrument. Handy, no? The next page in the Loop Designer is the Source page, where you can browse and assign individual loops to any of the keys in the designer, or choose to swap any of the 3 octaves for one of the 24 pre-made banks containing 12 loops each by simply selecting the bank or loop view. And for even better streamlining, when in Loop View, you can filter your options by loop type, and you can tag any loop that you love in the Favorite tab by turning on the Favorite button next to its name. The Send Effects page hosts 4 assignable effect slots that you can choose from any of the 12 available processes that have been split into timbral and spatial effects for easier reference. You can also modulate the send amount that's being fed to the effects change with the effects modulation knob, which features an automation engine to add an even deeper layer to affecting your loops. Remember, each loop has an individual send level, so only the loops that you want will be processed here. How's that for control? Lastly, the Master Effects page allows you to craft your own effects change to the output of the Loop Designer and features our signature Punish knob in its 3 flavors of maximum damage. To purchase the Damage Drum Kit or to check out more tutorials and audio demos, visit Heavyocity.com.